guys! Today I wanted to talk to you about two products that I own from Guerlain, or Guerlain. I'm still not sure how to pronounce it, but the products that I wanted to show you guys are these two things. You might recognize from the packaging, but this is the very famous Guerlain's Terracotta bronzing powder. This is what it looks like. And the other product I have is the Lingerie de Peau, and that's the packaging. And this is a foundation. Now, these two products are the only products that I own from this brand, but I like both of them very much, and I thought I wanted to share with you because I know that these products are a lot more on the pricier side, and I know that people have their reservations about trying something that costs so much. So the first product I'll talk about is a Lingerie de Peau foundation, and it comes in this glass bottle. It's really beautiful packaging, and then the top, it has their logo, and I don't know if you'll be able to see, but right here it says their name, and the bottle just opens like that, and it comes in this pump dispenser, which is very convenient. You don't have to use your finger to dump it out or dig it out from the bottle. And the color that I'm using is 02. And I can't remember what color it was. I believe it's Beige Pale. I could be wrong, but I believe within the United States, this number 2 of the Lingerie de Peau is the lightest shade that Guerlain offers. Now, I believe outside of the United States, maybe in Europe somewhere, they do have a lighter shade that is offered, which is 01. Now, I don't understand why they don't have 01 available here in the United States, because this shade is a tad darker than my skin color, and I run pretty light. So that means anyone lighter than me cannot use this. I'm about an NC20. I could even be an NC15 in MAC. And this beige, this 02 in Lingerie de Peau is a touch too dark. Now, the reason why I still purchased it and the reason why I still love this foundation is because my freckles, I have freckles along my cheekbones here, and I usually like to use a foundation that's a touch darker than my natural skin tone because that helps cover up my freckles a lot more than getting something that matches me perfectly. And the way I work around this being a little bit too dark is I just go in and blend it all the way down my neck. Now, this is actually my #1 holy grail foundation. The reason why I like it is because it provides a very natural finish. It's not a really glowy, dewy finish the way the Chanel Vita Lumiere foundation has, but it's not a matte foundation either. This works really well for me, especially during the summer when my skin is a bit more, I guess, moisturized because of the heat. My body produces a little bit more moisture and sweat. So during the summer, this works really well. I love the coverage of it. It's, I want to say, about light to medium. It is buildable, but it's definitely not more than medium coverage. And the reason why I love this foundation so much is because it feels really light on my face. It doesn't feel necessarily like I have a whole layer of foundation on. A foundation that I would really think that this compares to is the Vita Lumiere Aqua from Chanel. That one did not work out on my skin because whatever ingredients was in that foundation, it actually irritated my skin. But this foundation works really well, doesn't irritate my skin, and I just love the way it smells and the coverage of it. Now, the scent, I can't describe what it smells like, but it smells really clean, a bit florally maybe, but I just love the smell of this foundation. Usually scented products I don't really like because they cause irritation or they just smell cheap or off. You know, it doesn't really appeal to me, but this foundation, I actually like the fragrance of it, and it does have SPF of 20. It is on the pricey side. I believe it was $60 or so, but it is comparable to the prices of Chanel foundations, which I do like as well. The foundation wears all day for me. Another foundation that I really like is the Chanel Vita Lumiere foundation, because I have more of a dry type skin, and this foundation, or the Chanel Vita Lumiere, does not last all day on me. It maybe lasts about 4 or 5 hours, and then it starts to wear off. I have to remind myself to put a powder on top of that foundation, otherwise it'll be gone midday. Whereas this foundation, I don't have to powder it because it's dry enough, it's matte enough for me without being too dewy that it doesn't slide off my face. And for me, I could get a good 7-8 hours of this foundation and it still looks good by the end of the day. And although it does wear off eventually, it wears off beautifully, leaving still a slight color to your skin. It doesn't make you look like your foundation just completely wore off. What I like to use to apply this foundation is a traditional foundation brush, and this one that I'm using is from Sonia Kashuk. And I do wish that I had a foundation brush that was a little bit bigger, because it is really small to work with on my entire face, but I find that this foundation works really well with the traditional foundation brush. Now, if not, then I prefer to use this 130 brush from MAC, and the top of it just looks like that. And it's a really tiny dual fiber brush, but it works really well. The way I use it with this, I just pat it onto my skin and then just swirl it around. But I still do think a traditional foundation brush does so much better. Now for the second product, I have the Guerlain Terracotta Bronzing Powder. This is what it looks like, and this is the full name of it on the back. And as you can see, the color that I own is 01. And the packaging is very beautiful. It just opens like that. And it comes with this plastic cover on top, which I still just leave on. And it does have a mirror right here. And this is the product itself. I don't know if it'll be showing up correctly on the camera, but the powder does have the Guerlain logo on it, although mine has worn off because I've used this quite often. The brush that I like to use for this is the Sigma F35, and it's just this tapered kind of brush. It is a tapered highlighter, and it's really the perfect size just to go right into the hollows of my cheeks right here. So what I like to do is just kind of brush it on like this, and then just go right into the hollows and then bring it up a little bit. And it creates a great definition. This brush is the best that I've used when using this product. The one thing that turns me off to this product, the bronzer, is that it has a scent that I really do not like. I don't find it appealing at all. It almost smells like cheap makeup that you could find from, you know, older drugstore makeup powders. That's what it smells like to me. So I really don't like the smell of this product. But the reason why I like this so much is because it lasts. It lasts all day long for me. I have tried the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and that one, it did last a fair amount of time, but that color was just too brown, too muddy on my face, and it just made me look horrible. Another bronzer that I used that I actually really liked was from Cargo, and I can't remember what shade it was. I believe it was a medium matte bronzer. That one I used specifically for contouring as well. That one, I love the shade, but it didn't last on me at all. It would be gone by 3 hours maybe.